Okay, so I took out the binary trigger, which is this one right here, and this belongs to my 8.5. Had a binary trigger in it. Something had happened. I think the pins was twisted out, and I was going to change it with some anti-walk or anti-rotation pins. Yeah, it wasn't functioning right, so I decided to take it out. I was going to sell it, but I might just hold on to it for a while for something later. But once I got the rare breed trigger, I didn't really care about the binary triggers anymore because it makes the gun kind of choppy. I'll try to insert some clips in this video, but it makes the gun kind of choppy unless you get the right cadence with it. So it's cool because you can switch it from semi and run it regular and then run it binary, but I just can't really recall what happened. But I know the pins was walking out, and I changed that. Then some got jammed up and it just wasn't working. It's like some little bitty pieces that go in the internals of the trigger, like some real small stuff. So I had took it apart like a couple months ago and came back to work on it now and couldn't find some little piece. So I just said I'm gonna go with just a regular trigger. This is stainless steel polished trigger. I'm gonna put the reduced power springs on here. I should have some of those laying around, the reduced power springs. So I'm gonna add that. I had to get a safety because this safety is a different safety that goes with the trigger. So when those first came out, I liked them, but as time moved on, I really don't care for it right now on this build. So, and I just want to put my 8.5 back together. So I'm gonna take these stickers off. Of course, this one was already coming off, and if you want a replacement, you got to buy like a spring kit to replace those. Like I said, you got to buy this little kit. So I already done worked on this twice. Some little spring came out or something about a year ago, and fixed that. The one in my MP5, my PTR, it was acting up also, causing some jams. So I mean, they fun, but I'd rather just have a regular trigger now. So yeah, we're gonna be putting this one in and getting this back together. I got some ammo bands for the 22 Magnum. I forgot to do a video on it. What I had to do is, these mags is smaller, like they fit in any AR-15 lower, but they smaller than the regular mag. So all I did was cut a piece out, and I glued them to the mag, so they're gonna stay on there. So you can see some of the glue residue right there. Same with this one. So I just cut it and glued it on there tight. So these two is for the 22 Magnum, and then I got two other mags for the 17 HMR, just to keep them labeled. So I did got those. Still waiting on the sights for these. Should be here in a couple days. But yeah, I'm gonna get started on putting this back together right now. Buffer in there. Let's see if it run any different. Alright, so I got the new trigger in the 8.5. Used to reduce weight springs. Reduce power, not reduce weight. Reduce power springs. We put that in there. Got the anti-walk pins put on there. Before it wasn't no anti-walk pins with the binary trigger, and that's what I had noticed. Once one of the screws came loose, that's when it started jamming. I went to change the pins and kind of left it alone. Came back months later and then lost a little part. That's why I'm like, I'm gonna just change it out. But I'm gonna insert some clips of shooting this gun with the binary trigger. Yeah, that's 8.5, and then this is 10.5 up here. Pretty much the same setup, just different length. Well, these ones a little different. This one I think allows the pins to still rotate. Some of them be anti-rotation and some of them be anti-walk. So yeah, I'm gonna take this to the range and do a function test, make sure everything good. I mean, I manually tested everything, but you still wanna check it at the range, make sure you can run, make sure the gun fully cycles and everything. But yeah, I just didn't like the choppiness of shooting a binary, even though you can shoot it in regular. So I could have just left it in there and just not use binary. But the binary trigger isn't as crisp triggers you can drop in. But I like these polished triggers right here. I use those a lot, and then I just throw the reduced weight springs in. So they usually label them by colors for the reduced power. Not too much flash on it, as good as you can see that. Yeah, I just got that brake on there for now. It's been on there for a while. I was testing out a few other ones. I'm not sure if this one is really loud or not, but because I haven't shot this gun in so long. So when we take it to the range, I'm gonna test it out. I don't know if it's a super loud brake. Usually the ones with the bigger ports be. I just liked how this one looked, but it's probably gonna come off. I got a whole bunch of other brakes to go through. Same Wrighton optic as this one right here. I forgot what brand this is right here, but they co-witness with that pretty good. So that's why I got a lot of the same optics, so I can take the ×3 and throw it on here if I want to. I'm not buying a ×3 for every gun, but I forgot which one this one is. Oh, it's a UTG. Yeah, it's a UTG. So yeah, that's a 1 7 twist 8.5, and this one (1 7) 10.5. Yeah, I don't think it's a big difference between 7.5 and 8.5. I just bought it just cause that 1 inch didn't make no difference. I believe we got a video on a chronograph with that. It's basically the same thing. I see your motivation, I see your movement is in effect, and I fucking love that shit. Let's get it.